Welcome to the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. Fandom, fun, funny.
Doing the Nerdy Girls podcast. So hang on just a second and we'll see what Chris Evans tweeted today. Well, let's just get into this. This is crazy. Why are we not just already doing this? It's time for the show. Boo, boo, choo, pow, 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 ping, ping, boo, 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 boo. It's time for, I was going to say the Chris Evans update. It's not time yet.
It could be that.
I'm so excited about the Chris Evans update, guys, that I almost went right past the fact that we're doing a show. It is time for the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast. We're some nerdy girls. We're going to talk about some nerdy things. It's going to be great. And according to people who like us, they say it's just like hanging out with your friends you didn't know you had. So welcome. We're your friends. Let's do this. Fun fact about yourself. Your favorite soft drink and the soft drink you would never, ever drink, even if someone paid you $1 million. Or just the soft drink you like the least.
Okay. Pretty dramatic.
Woo, choo, 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 poo, 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 poo. She's going to tell us what's got Jana weeping coming up. Now she's going to tell us about her soft drink preferences. It's producer Jana.
Hello. Okay, well, a Coke is like my number one, like drinking Coke.
I like that you specified drinking, like drinking Coke.
Well, you never know.
Soft drink, Jana.
I know, but you never know. You never know. I just have to specify. And then, I don't know what drink I don't really like very much. I really don't like diet drinks.
Okay.
Like, I guess I'm just not at the age where I like diet drinks yet, so.
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I think there's like a certain age you get where you just automatically like diet soda.
Well, listen, we are older than you, and we're telling you no.
We haven't gotten there yet.
And joining us today from the Kinda Nerdy Network, founding member Erina, who's going to create her own segment at some point. All right, Erina, soft drinks.
My favorite normal restaurant or just drive-through drink is vanilla Coke. But my favorite of all time is there was a time period when Dr. Pepper came out with the retro drink with the cane sugar instead of high fructose.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really good. Really good. I went through a bunch of cans of pop, and I'm not usually much of a pop drinker, but I absolutely hate Mountain Dew. Okay.
Woo, poo, poo, pow, pow, ping, ping, poo, poo, pop, pop, poo, poo, poo. Hi, my name's KJ. Let me have a drink of this right here. That's delicious. It is not soda, but it is sparkling ice. It is not. Have you tried sparkling ice? It is.
Yes.
It's flavored
when I was
sparkling water. Yeah, it's flavored sparkling water. It has zero sugar. It's delicious. I prefer the cherry limeade. It is my drink of choice. Even though it's carbonated, it doesn't really qualify. I think it's a soft drink. So when I indulge in the soft drink, I do love me a fountain cherry Pepsi. And I do prefer if I'm gonna, if you will, take it in the can, I will take a can of the real sugar Pepsi that my husband gets sometimes. So it's like if he's got a 12-pack of Pepsi sitting around, I'm not going near it. But if it says it's the real sugar Pepsi, I'm like, oh, man, I might need to have that. And the soda that I dislike the most, and it's weird to even say because I grew up saying pop, so I don't know why I'm saying soda or soft drink. Like, that's not who I am. I really, really dislike the cream sodas. Ugh. I don't like any cream soda. If it says cream and soda together, I don't want it. I don't care if it's red. I don't care if you pay me. Well, maybe if you pay me. All right, guys. Well, listen, the first thing we're going to get into here is a new segment called Choo, 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 Choo. Notes from Katie. Boop, 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 boop. Katie didn't realize her brother was graduating today, and she couldn't be here, but she.
What a good sibling.
She wanted to share some notes. I was like, you could, if you want to record something and I could like drop it in like a Katie's gaming update, I could just drop it in and we could watch it. And she did not respond to that. She just sent me these notes. And so here we go with a new segment on the Kinda Nerdy Girls. You guys, I almost said the Smiling Morning Show.
Oh my God. It's been a very long time since you've been there.
My brain is mush and Mercury retrograde is taking over. Okay, so new segment. Pooh, choo, choo, choo. It's time for Katie's notes. Note number 1, 3 Pokemon remakes are coming out. Legends Arceus, Brilliant Diamond, and Shining Pearl. Does that mean anything to anyone?
No, I understood Pokemon. That was about it.
Okay. Release dates are November 19th for Diamond and Pearl, January 28th for Legends. I don't have a release date. I guess that's just, I have no idea. She said there were 3 coming out, but she only gave me 2 release dates. Thanks a lot, Katie. This is going
Maybe she doesn't know when the other one's coming out. Maybe they don't have a release date for it yet.
Maybe not. Okay. Far Cry 6 gameplay video expected to come out Friday. Release delayed from February of this year. Mean anything to anyone?
Nope.
No.
Okay. All right.
This is exactly what it would be like if Katie was actually giving a gaming update.
It's when she says that, I say, tell me what that is. And then she explains. All right. Let's move on. Portal movie in development with Warner Brothers, announced in 2013. Anybody? Portal movie? Portal? Nope. Still don't know what Katie's talking about. J.J. Abrams confirmed the script is being written. Okay, now we're interested. Hang on, guys. J.J. Abrams is on board. We're going to watch Portal. Okay. Portal 1, of course, this is why she knows these movies. Portal 1 and 2 were puzzle-solving games from Valve, took place in laboratory with portal guns you could use to create portals to solve puzzles.
Huh?
I don't know.
Right.
So they were puzzles that are being turned into a movie?
So, okay, I think it's like a puzzle game, like a puzzle video game where you have to figure out the puzzle or whatever, but you're using a portal gun to take you to different places in order to figure out how to solve the puzzle, if that makes sense.
Because I was
It's like Top Tropica.
I don't know what that is either.
Okay. I'm gonna like age myself really hard with the younger children. Pop Tropica is the website that Pop-Tarts made, and your character that you make goes to different islands and you solve these different like riddles and puzzles and things like that, and you win like little awards and stuff.
There was a Pop-Tart game?
Yeah, it's called Pop Tropica. Huh. It's like buy the Pop-Tarts brand, and then like sometimes you'll see like advertisements for Pop-Tarts, but it's mostly just like a game world.
Where did you play it?
On my PC. On my PC that I had in the basement that I had to share with my other siblings.
All right. I wasn't
wonder
sure
if that exists anymore because Eileen loves her Pop-Tarts. She'd probably like to play her Pop-Tart game.
I don't know. You can look it up. It might still be a thing, but it's called Pop Tropica, and I love it.
Totally be making this up right now.
No, it's real, I swear.
Like the blue chickens.
Is real.
Is there a blue chicken in this Pop-Tart game?
No.
Okay.
No, there's not.
All right. Well, that is all of the notes that we have from Katie. So thank you, Katie.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Katie, for writing in. We appreciate you. Anytime you want to send notes to us on what we should be talking about on the Kinda Nerdy Girls, we appreciate it. But Katie, at some point, you do actually have to come back to the show.
Katie said, long-time listener, first-time caller.
I'm a little bummed. We still haven't received any voicemails from our listeners. I mean,
sorry.
Please send us voicemails because I love that.
All you have to do is go to kindanerdygirls.com and you'll see a tab that says send a voicemail. You don't have to dial a number or anything. You just click on that little tab and then you hit record and it sends me an email that says, you've got a voicemail. And then I get to listen to it. And
you've got mail.
Yes, it's very high tech. That
I
is.
think Eileen. I think I had Eileen send one in
You
at
did.
the very beginning, but then I forgot about it.
That's
apologize.
okay. That's okay. All right, guys. Exciting news. I figured out what's going on with Chris Evans.
Okay.
It's time. Chris Evans has not been doing a whole lot in the public eye. He did last week on National Rescue Dog Day.
I want you to know that as we're talking about Chris Evans, he just tweeted.
Shut up!
Did you? I just got
the notification that says Chris Evans tweeted.
Okay. Is it the same? Oh my gosh. This is us. Like, we had this lunar eclipse and we're going into Mercury retrograde. And this is like the universe connecting us to Chris Evans' vibe. Like, our energy is together. Imagine we are in the same space as Chris Evans right now. We ask and Chris Evans delivers. He's like, wait, because you don't understand, you guys, before we started recording, it was really stressful because I was trying to find a Chris Evans update and there just wasn't anything out there. And so he maybe he's got a secret. Maybe he has tapped into my StreamYard feed so that he can watch us record live. And he knew that we needed this. Okay, Jonna, go ahead. What is the tweet that Chris Evans just sent out?
Okay, it's political. I just want you to know.
That's fine. It's fine. So the only time the show gets political is when we read a Chris Evans tweet. Go ahead, Jonna. Okay.
It says, to the Republicans in office that are voting against a bipartisan January 6th commission, when historians write about this period, divorced from emotion, examining only facts, your names will be forever connected to this clear dereliction of duty, and we all know why.
Oh.
My boy using the big words in here.
Yes, he is.
He is upset.
Well, that is 2 tweets from Chris Evans today, because the tweet that I got notified
and then he just tweeted again.
Shut up. Is it? Oh my God. Chris Evans is live tweeting our show.
That's amazing.
It's Paul Bettany's birthday, and so he reposted a video, and it says,
tweeting to see if we can get a Chris Evans response on being the recipient of the Chris Evans Lifetime Achievement Award. I will tell you that earlier today, I got a notification that said Chris Evans tweeted. And so I checked it and it said, this is fantastic. And I was like, what is fantastic? Because then I had to click through again. So good job, Chris Evans. That was a nice tease. He retweeted the story. Did you guys see that Howard University has renamed the fine arts after Chadwick Boseman?
And I sobbed.
Isn't that so great? Yeah. Oh my God. It took me back to his speech there. And I'm like, oh, the world is just not as great without Chadwick Boseman. So that's a nice honor for him. And I'm glad that Chris tweeted it so that I could see it and have some emotions and also retweet it. All right, Jonna, I know that
one of my favorite humans.
Aww. Yeah. That is so sweet. Oh my gosh. Jonna, will you tweet to him right now? Because he's on his phone. He's checking his Twitter. Ask him. Ask him if he knows that. Ask him if he knows that he won the Kinda Nerdy Chris Evans Lifetime Achievement Award. Please, please, please tweet that to him right now.
Okay.
At Chris Evans. Did you know you won the Chris Evans Lifetime Achievement Award from
He's gonna block me.
This is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. This is our shot. This is our shot or our chance. This is our chance.
Okay.
This is our chance. Come on, Jonna, don't screw it up. All right.
Try not to.
All right. Well, Jonna you're going to have to now keep up with Twitter. And did you tag the Kinda Nerdy girls in there?
I did.
Oh my gosh, I just saw it.
I'm going to say you should be getting a notification.
Oh my God. I'm going to. Okay. Should I respond to it? Okay. Should I respond to it and say it's not too late to do an acceptance speech?
I asked, I said, can we get an acceptance speech? It's not too late. We're still accepting speeches.
Oh my God. Everyone, please retweet.
Please.
Oh my gosh. Do I have that listed somewhere? Let me go see, because I can screenshot I knew this was going to be a good show because I didn't plan for shit. Excuse my language. All right. Google Forms. Let me go to Google Forms.
I love this. This is my
and
favorite
see.
thing.
Oh, you guys, I think I deleted the Kind of Nerdy Award form yesterday. Because I was like, what?
Well, maybe it's still in your trash.
Wait, no. Here it is.
Hey,
So
you have to keep those forever.
just so that he knows, I'll screenshot that
It's
he
for real.
100% won his award. Here we go. I'm going to screenshot this is unanimous.
Oh my gosh.
Erna, aren't you so glad you joined the show?
All right.
I know. This is
All right, here we go.
amazing.
Oh, shoot. That's a picture of me. Okay. And it was unanimous, by the way. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, let me send that to him. Let me go back over so I can see you guys.
This is my favorite thing to happen today.
Seriously. All right.
Honestly.
Here we go.
Oh, she's tweeting.
Hang on. Gonna tweet with so that he sees. And just so you know, Mr. Evans, I'll use it out of respect. Mr. Evans. It was a legitimate voting. It was a legitimate vote. Oh, vote, yeah, a legitimate vote, and you won unanimously.
Tia just liked my tweet.
Oh my God! Tell her to retweet it.
Y'all, I'm about to cry. Okay.
This is the best lifetime achievement. All right.
Oh God.
All right. There you go.
For our listener.
Someday he's gonna respond. Someday.
Maybe it'll be today. I mean,
Maybe.
he clearly knew. There we go. It was just sent. And just so you know, there we go.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to retweet that as the Kind of Nerdy Girls. This has got to be the most interesting podcast we've ever done for a listener.
Honestly.
All right. But you want to keep listening because you never know.
He may show up.
If this is the day that Chris Evans finally responds to us.
That reminded me of a song.
And then he's like,
"This is the day the Lord has made."
Oh my gosh! Yes. Let us be glad and rejoice.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Oh my gosh! All
We're
right.
about to get blocked by Chris Evans.
This is good. No, we're going to get a response. All right. And Jana retweeted, and the Kind of Nerdy Girls retweeted. Oh, Jana, will you send a message to Kitsy and ask her to retweet my Chris Evans tweet or respond? Because he will respond sometimes to her. All right. Fantastic. Oh, I'm going to, you know what? I am going to put let me show you guys. When you have the blue checker, let me show you this. When you have the blue checker on Twitter, you get this additional little thing here that can show you who else has a blue checker has been responding to you. So you can see I've had Visit Indy and PopCon, Kato Kalin. Oh my gosh, I think I still have to edit Kato Kalin. I don't know who Jimmy Star is, but he followed me. Let's see. Aaron, who is this guy? Who's ADV? He is let's see. Oh, he's got.
This is so good for our listener.
Thank you. Yes, I don't know who ADV is. This is why you have to be a patron because you need to watch the show. Come on,
you need to watch all this great camera work that's happening.
Just a few bucks, and you too can be on the inside of the show. Let me clarify. Okay. All right. So let's see what else is going on in the world. Let's go to boo, choo, 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 pow, 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 bam, bad, bad, boom, bah, What's got Jana weeping?
This whole thing with Chris Evans is really what's got me crying. I'm not gonna lie. It's so funny.
Oh God. It's the best time of my life.
All right. Well, KJ, I want to tell you that on Saturday, because we usually record on Saturdays, and we are recording on a Thursday. I will be cheating on our podcast.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Okay. Explain yourself, young lady.
I will be with Tia from Geek Vibes Nation.
That's not cheating. That's keeping it in the family.
Okay, well,
Yay!
We're going to be talking about, which is what I'm going to be talking about here, is Who Killed Sara, the show on Netflix that Tia recommended to me. That season 2 was like I don't even have words for how insane that season was.
Didn't it just come out?
It just came out. It just came out on last Friday, I think.
Dang.
Like 2 Fridays ago, something like that. Oh no, it came out on the 20th, or the 19th or the 20th, and then, but I had that wedding, so I couldn't actually like sit down and watch it. So I finally finished watching it yesterday while I was cleaning my room, which meant that I was watching the show and not cleaning my room, and it was so, oh my god, it was so good. It just like, what made me so sad was they just started killing everybody. Like,
now, so remind me, this show, Erina, if you don't know, the way I understand it, it's kind of like a soap opera or a telenovela. Like, it's like outrageous plots and ridiculous things going on. But we still, I mean, I know at the end of season 1, we still didn't know who killed Sara. So now you've got, and that was, you were talking about how crazy that was. So you're telling me like season 2, like, went above and beyond season 1?
Yeah, they get out in season 1 real hard.
Patches just got here and he brought me my favorite refresher from Starbucks.
This show is brought you a straw.
This show is not brought to you by Starbucks, but it could be if you're listening, Starbucks.
Starbucks, I love your strawberry refreshers.
Here, if we get a response from Chris Evans during the show, then Starbucks better sponsor us. That's all I'm saying. We go legit if Chris Evans tweets
Starbucks. Be like, at Starbucks. If Chris Evans responds to my last tweet, you have to sponsor my podcast.
Yep. Nothing yet. I'm keeping an eye on my verified.
I know.
Message.
I'm keeping I'm get the notifications on my watch.
This show, is it was it made like in another country, or is it?
Yes, it is filmed in Mexico, and the show is in Spanish, but they have English. They also have like an English dub, but like I hate it. I hate the English dub because the words don't match up, and it stresses me out. So
I think too when that happens, you don't get the full emotion of the actor's performance, like they do in their in their language that they're speaking. So yeah, I prefer subtitles. I read subtitles all the time, even with stuff that's in English. So I'm used to it.
I love subtitles. Like, and my mom, like when we were watching a movie and I turn the subtitles on, she's like, turn those off, and I'm like, why?
Yeah. Patches is the same way. He does not want it. And most of the apps are pretty easy, like to turn on and off. But have you guys been on HBOMax? I'm like, can I get my subtitles, please? Why can't?
Yeah.
I cannot figure out how to get subtitles on HBOMax.
It's a little tiny, at least, okay. Our HBOMax is through our cable box.
Okay.
So it may be a little bit different, but you pause it, and I think it's underneath the pause button, and there's this tiny, tiny little thing underneath the pause.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, because like with Netflix, it's like you literally like you pause it and then it's right there. Like, do you want English? You want English with closed captioning? You want blah 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 blah. And with HBO Max, I'm like, I need an easy way to do this. Oh shoot! No, it did not. Sorry, my feed just refreshed, but it was refreshing with hashtags. It was not Chris Evans responding to us. So. If anybody knows an easy way to turn the captions on and off with HBO Max, I'd appreciate it, because I like to have them on, but Patches does not. He just got home and he brought me a refresher, so maybe he'll chime in and like rant about why he hates captions so much. No promises.
Let me see if I can find it on the app.
Okay.
Well, on my phone.
But anyway,
of course, I have to download the newest version. Jeez Louise.
Captions.
I am looking at Cobra Kai is trending, and it says Cobra Kai season 4, now the real pain begins. That's not out. Like, is that just new? That must just be new artwork. Oh, let me see. have patience. He's just getting everything rolling. Terry Silver returns to the dojo for Cobra Kai 4. Okay. All right.
What's happening right now?
So I just got a update from Twitter. Do you not know what Cobra Kai is, Jonna?
I haven't watched it.
Okay. Did you watch Karate Kid?
I watched the one with Jaden Smith and.
Okay. Well, Cobra Kai is going back to the original. So it's the original characters grown up, and now like sometimes the guy that you hated in the original movie, you're like, oh, maybe I should feel bad for him, and it makes you feel all conflicted. But it came out originally on YouTube. It was one of the original YouTube series, and then when YouTube decided that they really didn't want to be an original content place, it was picked up from Netflix, and now it's done so well that they've got a season 4 out. So there you go. A little breaking news. Cobra Kai season 4. No date yet, but
Paul's show.
Is it?
Yeah. Like he started watching it when it was on YouTube.
Did he?
Like when it first came out, he caught that and he binged it. And he's not one who binges shows, and this is one of the shows that he actually binges. He stays up really late to watch it.
I think Patches watched it. I enjoy it. I don't know that I would, if he wasn't so into it and like, you should watch this, I don't know that I would have jumped on board, but I enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I like, because, Johnny's still living in the 80s, so the soundtrack is great.
Yeah, and Paul's all about that too. Yeah.
I loved when he got in the first season when he got his first student was rocking out to Rat. I'm like, okay, I can get with this show. He's getting the young kids into the hairmans. I'm down with this.
I mean, I really like how because I feel like especially in the 80s, you had the type of movies where there was definitely the good kid and the bad kid. And I love how they've taken it and said, well, there was a lot going on with this quote unquote bad kid.
Yeah.
And there was kind of a lot of personal issues, and he kind of took it out in a certain way. I don't know. I agree. I feel like kids there aren't really bad kids. There's just kids who are going through some things.
Right.
And so I just appreciate that they humanized him a lot more than the movies do.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes you to the point that it makes you uncomfortable sometimes that you just disliked him for so many years. Like, God, I didn't know your life was so bad at home. I'm so sorry. Okay, and now, woo, choo, 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 pop, 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 ping, 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 poo, 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 poo. It's time for Erinna's regular update. Woo, choo, 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 choo,
you got a whole banner, man.
Yeah, man. How'd you whip that up so quickly?
I got a nice little visual for Erinna here. I'm not trying to put any pressure on you, Erinna. No, you're only here once in a while with us, but it's always fun. Do you have anything? We do binges and books, so really, do you have a binges and books, 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 binges and books.
You got my dogs barking.
Oh, nice. That's because it's my voice. Sorry. Do you have a binge or a book to tell us about?
We've still been watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
And so there have been a lot of stuff going on that has caused us to be like, ah!
That show will do that. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's nice that we get to quote unquote binge it instead of having to wait weekly and summers between. So it's been a great show. And then I've been watching, and I always want to say Gossip Girl. I don't know why, even though I've never watched that show, but Gilmore Girls I've also been watching. Yes. I'm still in the first season.
I just got to I'm literally on season 2, episode 1 right now.
Oh, you guys are both so early on. Yay.
Well, I was listening to Scott Patterson's podcast, which I love.
Did
so
you
much.
start? So Scott Patterson is Luke on Gilmore Girls, and he is doing a podcast right now. As he too, Erinna, is watching the show for the first time. But Jonna, did you start listening to the podcast before you started watching the show?
No.
Okay.
No, I've watched Gilmore Girls a million times, but
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
wanted to hear his take on it, since he had I think he said he watched it, but like a long, long time ago. So like he's doing like a rewatch, I guess, but like kind of like watching it for the first time. And he was like finding out a lot of behind the.
Oh no, where'd Jonah go?
He said he was like, I didn't even realize like.
Oh, you're back now.
Yeah,
you're back now.
Okay.
You said you're finding out a lot of behind the scenes stuff. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so he was talking about like in the.
Oh my gosh, everything's going crazy. There's noises coming in that we don't know. Jonah's breaking up. Frickin' Mercury retrograde and this stupid lunar eclipse. Like, leave us alone.
my dog keeps walking around with a bone in her mouth, and right where the computer cord is. So I was trying to get her to not get wrapped up in it.
My mom was on the phone, and she can't talk on the phone without it being on speakerphone. So that's why I stopped talking.
Okay, well, don't leave us hanging.
Okay, well, he talked about how the food, he's like the food in the diner, like he said people ask all the time, like, oh, was it real food? And he's like, yeah, it was real food. It just was like a few days old and cold because they had to redo those shots so many times. So like when extras would bite into the food, he was like, they were in for a rude awakening because. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
And then he said that he didn't realize how like early on the like chemistry between Luke and Lorelai started, because I didn't realize that either when I started watching it. I was like, oh, so we're flirting like first two episodes. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
okay.
right away.
Right. Like,
you didn't pick up on that the first time watching
KJ,
it?
Do you know how long it's been since I've watched season 1 of Gilmore Girls?
I know, but I knew right
time.
away. Erida's watching it for the first time, and she knows it's happening.
But I mean, by the time I got into Gilmore Girls, it was already in like its like 3rd or 4th season, like playing on like ABC Family or whatever. Because I started watching it when I was like a teenager, so like I didn't really get to season 1. And then when I did a rewatch before The Year in the Life came out, I like went through season 1 so quick. But now that I'm like actually taking my time to like sit and watch it instead of like binging it, I'm like, wow, I'm really noticing a lot of different things here these days. And then his podcast is just super helpful too. Like he's had Sean Gunn on there.
Oh yeah, I saw him in the first episode. I was like, oh my gosh, I know that guy.
Oh, you're gonna love him. He's one of the best characters. I mean, that they do such a good job. Like everybody behind the scenes, I feel like, and the writers and stuff had to have had some sort of like experience in living in a small town. It's like, I mean, even though the stuff that's happening is ridiculous, it's actually so small town. Like,
yeah.
And then their neighbor, and I can't remember her name, but yeah, and
played
of course,
by Sally Struthers.
Yes, I didn't realize she was on the show either.
There's a lot of like bigger name people in this show, but like kind of before they were big names.
I mean, Melissa McCarthy.
Yes,
definitely before she blew up. Yeah, definitely.
I love her.
And Milo Ventimiglia and Jared Padalecki, like everybody, like Gilmore Girls kind of like launched them into where they're supposed to go.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jared Padalecki spent his whole life on the CW. He's one show to another.
Yeah,
I actually saw Lauren Graham kind of in person.
What?
Ooh.
My dad used to live in LA, and when I went to go see him, it would have been spring of 2002. He and I went to the Warner Brothers set, and they did a tour, and it was right around lunchtime. They had us in one of those, big golf carts with multiple seats on it. We were driving around, and she was walking by, and then a couple of the actors from the West Wing were sitting there eating lunch. But it was still quick that I knew who she was. And then we actually went to part of their set. I think it was Lorelai's parents' house, that set, the living room. So we got to see part of that
nice.
set. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. I keep wanting to say things. I'm like, oh, you guys aren't that far yet.
Yeah. No.
I mean, like, I like. Well, Erin,
I mean,
this is
I
your
know
first
you're
time
done with
watching it,
it,
like,
but
ever.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it's so funny because
So far to go.
I know. I mean, when it came out, I was 17.
Mhm.
And I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't watch it. I don't know. Just being a 17-year-old, and I know I was busy back then with a lot of activities and school and graduating, and so I don't know. And then I just never did. And then here I am, 20 years later, finally watching it.
Well, and it was also on. I mean, was it WB at the time? Or was it finally CW? But
No,
I mean,
think it was WB still. Wasn't it? No.
Yeah.
When did it?
But I do
think.
Yeah, I'm trying to think when it changed. But either way, that was still not a network that people were watching a whole lot. It was like I watched it because Buffy was there, but I'm the weirdo that sought out the show about the teenage girl that was fighting vampires. Not a lot of people were seeking out the programming on the CW, and that was kind of one of the ones that launched them into being a little bit bigger. Same with Supernatural. So I can see where it might not even be on your radar at that point. Like,
yeah, well, Supernatural wasn't even on my radar for a long time, and it was actually, even though I had a feeling it was going to be an interest of me, but I think it was on Thursday nights for a long time.
Yeah,
and Thursday nights for me was Friends for a long time, and then The Office for a long time, and so it ended up not. And it was when I was on maternity leave, and I was home all the time, sitting with a baby, and with it being on all day, I ended up starting to watch it. So thanks to Eileen is why I started watching Supernatural.
Eileen, good girl.
She didn't even know it.
I didn't get into Supernatural until late because I thought it would be like, I was like, yeah, I'm going to really like this show. And I had watched Days of Our Lives, and I loved Jensen on there. And so I was like, oh, like when you see someone from daytime TV and you're like, oh, look, you're getting to your primetime show. I'm so happy for you. So proud of you. And then I watched which is like the first 5 minutes of the show when mom ends up on the ceiling on her, and I was like, nope, not watching that.
Nope.
Go ahead, Jonna.
Do you want to see a picture that Chris Evans posted on Instagram?
Did he just post? Is he still posting?
He just posted on Instagram.
Oh, he
Okay,
did?
yes. Okay, yeah. Let's see.
It's his arm.
Oh my God.
Oh.
What is happening?
He's filming The Gray Man.
And
that's his arm. It says it's like watching the leaves turn in autumn, but it's condensed into one painful afternoon. Got into a little tussle with the Gray Man.
Huh. Oh, okay.
So clearly he was shooting a fight scene.
He looks very beat up for those of you who can't see it at home. At first, I was like, Jonna, what are you showing me?
I know.
Do you think that I would be that calm? I probably would be dead right here on the floor.
I know, but you have threatened me since my birthday when the grand picture came out that at some point you were gonna make me see it, and I was like, did she just get me?
Oh, now I'm thinking. I'm just kidding. I know you don't want to see it, so I'm not gonna force it on you, but
thank you. I appreciate you.
But anyway, he's gonna hide it in the Christmas tree this year.
Well, now he cannot, because the Christmas tree needs to stay family friendly, because it's going to be at PopCon with us. Jonna, oh my gosh, I know, this is so exciting.
There's going to be a photo op.
We're gonna, yeah. See, this is what happens, Jonna, when you miss the kind of nerdy night in. We plan things.
Tell my boss to give me Friday nights off.
So this is the plan, and Patches hates all of this, but so phase one, we are going to, just like you're recording with Tia this weekend, we're going to be recording I don't think next Sunday, but the Sunday after is when I'm going to record the top 10 Chris Evans moments, movies, roles, whatever it is, top 10, whatever Chris Evans. So, Chris Evans has another opportunity there if he'd like to step forward and thank us for recognizing his career. So, but that's going to roll us into picking out the order of what we're going to watch for Christmas in July. And while we figure that part out, we'll be ramping up for PopCon. And so why would we not, July 9th through the 11th at the Indiana Convention Center, have the Chris Evans, which he's not in I have 2 Chris Evans Captain Americas, and they're not in the picture right now. But have the Chris Evans Captain America stand-up next to the Christmas tree. And if people would like to, because at this point we'll be in our Kickstarter campaign to get Paranormal Crossroad on TV. So if people would like to give us a little gift to help get us on TV, they can get their picture with the Christmas tree.
I'm dead. I'm deceased. Oh my God. I can't wait.
Is it going to be there on Friday too?
Oh, it'll be there all weekend.
All
yeah.
weekend. Okay.
So when we load in on Friday, we're going to be loading in with a Christmas tree and a big Chris Evans stand-up. And people can
get PopCon after we didn't have it for a year.
Know. Right? Yes,
it.
I know. I put my Patches just heard me. He just came in and shook his head. Patches!
He has no say.
He doesn't even want to.
He's been outvoted.
I was thinking
outvoted.
today, Jonna, because I have my virtual PopCon shirt on. I was like, this is such a cool shirt. I wonder if they are just making it without the virtual this year, because the PopCon itself is really cool.
It's really cool.
Patches,
I think they should start putting the year on them.
Go ahead, Patches. Hi. Do you have something to add to the excitement of the second annual Christmas in July?
Excitement?
Yeah.
Ooh, I can't wait to decorate the tree.
With family-friendly decorations.
I did not say
yeah,
that.
because PopCon. PopCon.
Eileen's eyes will be on this
Kristen,
tree.
yes,
That's right. Your niece Eileen will see this tree. You cannot do that.
She's got to learn about the Chris Evans crank at some point.
No, she does not.
Not at 9 years old. She does not.
Hey, Jonna, do you still have that picture to show Patches what you just showed us? And I thought that you were doing the crank prank is what I thought was happening. Like, Jonna finally got me. And she's like, look at this. And I'm like, what is coming into focus on my screen right now?
Sorry, I was crying at Patches over here.
I was like, but she was holding it up to the screen and we were both like, she's like, look what Chris Evans just posted. I'm like, what?
We decided to repost it on purpose this time.
Hey guys, in case you missed it. Oh gosh. All right. Well, thank you for joining us, Patches. We love you and we look forward to you.
I miss you.
Hauling in the Chris Evans stand-up and the Chris Evans Christmas tree to PopCon at the Indiana Convention Center, July 9th through the 11th. Tickets are on sale now.
I look forward to the PopCon part.
Okay. I'll be there all 3 days. And, and Friday is the day that we're doing the Paranormal Crossroad show live. So I'll be a nervous wreck all day. All day.
You guys will be great.
And our Kickstarter campaign will be the final weekend. So with Kickstarter, it's you either hit your goal and you get your money or you get $0. So that weekend will be like the final 3 days of the Kickstarter. So it's like, I'm so glad I put so much pressure on myself at PopCon. Let's do a live TV show for the first time. Let's be in the final days of, will we get funded and be on TV or will we leave PopCon crying? I don't know. Stay tuned. But it's going to be fun. We've got a lot of fun stuff planned for Kickstarter and the Paranormal Crossroad Live. We had some good questions last night in the Q&A. People are like, how are you doing a paranormal show live? So we'll be showing footage from some of the investigations that we've already done. and then talking with the homeowners and the people we've investigated for on stage. Like, how do you feel now? What were the things that were like that you still have questions about? And then spirit medium Tiffany Rice will be in the soundproof booth so that she can't hear anything that's going on. And then we'll bring her out and she'll do her amazing readings and bring in the messages and make everybody cry. And
maybe there'll be a ghost there.
Wouldn't that be cool, Jonna? Jana's going to be on the crew. She's part of the TV crew that will be producing Paranormal Crossroad Live. So keeping it all in the family. I don't know, Jonna, if there's a ghost, are you going to like run?
Probably. Probably.
Now that little kid though you talked to, yes.
Ben is very sweet. Yes. And you'll see a little bit more of Ben in the episodes. If you're listening right now, our new episode is out as we're recording this. It is the day before the premiere. But Paranormal Crossroad, if you go paranormalcrossroad.com, you'll find us. And we've got four episodes out. And the fifth one is dropping tomorrow. We have so many episodes that are like in different levels of production that I honestly, I'm fully expecting to Tom Holland this at any moment. I mean,
that poor kid.
I have even more sympathy for that guy now because I'm like, I don't know which show is premiering, which one is in rough cut, which one we haven't even looked at footage yet. Like,
this is KJ when the shows come out. Go watch this show. I don't know what it's about, but go watch it. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but this episode's pretty great. All the while she doesn't know what even it's about.
Well, I do know this one in particular. I got kind of nervous because we're not out there like riling up spirits and yelling at them and saying demons be gone. Like, we're actually kind of doing some spiritual counseling and helping people figure out what's going on and have some peace with it. But this particular episode is the second part where we were at the Athenaeum, where the guy was afraid to be in the building at night. And we were up in this attic that's behind the old theater. And the spirit that we were talking to was completely open and willing to talk about her murder. Yeah, I know, Jonna. And so, Kitsy's like all true crime. And she's like, let's do this. Let's solve your murder. And I'm like, we're just here to help you however we can. And if you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. And she's like, I just want a name.
Where were you this night?
So it was I mean, obviously she wasn't like overstepping any bounds because the spirit was like answering every question. She had no problems. As a matter of fact, when she said, can we talk to you about your murder? Very clear. You hear her say, yes, of course. And I'm like, okay.
She's an investigator now.
I'm going to go back downstairs with Ben, the little kid. You guys do your murder thing up here.
Well, I mean, as long as that building has been downtown, I'm sure somebody's been murdered in there. Like, I'm sure there's probably been a murder in like every building downtown. So there's probably hella ghosts down there.
And this is not even spoilers. It's been documented. This woman was walking home. She walked home from the Athenaeum. Her apartment was down the alley, and she walked home. That was the last place she was seen alive. She walked home, and they found her neck slit open in her bed.
Well, then. Yeah.
So it was like, I mean, it's like, we didn't know any of that when we started talking.
And she's not haunting her apartment. She's haunting the Athenaeum.
Well, that's what we asked her because she's dead. So it's like, well, sometimes when you talk to spirits, like, we don't want to ask them things where they might be like, wait, I'm dead. So like, what if they don't, I can't counsel you in the afterlife too. I'm trying to help these people who know you're in their home. I can only do so much. So we won't, like, we talk to them, but we don't talk to them specifically about being dead. And this woman was like, fully ready to like, yeah, I was killed here. There was a knife, like blah, blah, blah. So Kitsy's like, cool, let's talk about it. So yeah, we asked her those questions. Like, why are you here? What are your choices in the afterlife? Like, do you have to be here? Are you stuck here? Like all of those things. Cause it was like, it was fascinating.
Cause I mean, yeah, sometimes you can, you've been able to communicate, but not on that level.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's insane.
It was wild, but I was like the entire time, if you watch the episode, you can see the difference between Kitsy and I and how we're handling the situation. And I am clearly like retreating and she's going all in.
Oh, KJ is acting like me in that situation is what's happening. You're pulling a Jonna. That's what's going on.
Yes. I wasn't scared. I was just uncomfortable about like talking about her murder.
You got to solve it, KJ. Give her some peace so she can move on.
Well, Jonna, tune in to Paranormal Crossroad to see if we solved a murder and brought her peace. It's streaming on our YouTube channel. Just go to paranormalcrossroad.com. Paranormal Crossroad.
Right on that.
We bring peace to those experiencing the paranormal.
Now that we've talked about Paranormal Crossroads for on the Kind of Nerdy Girls podcast for like 20 minutes.
I don't know if there's anything else nerdy that we need to talk about but yes. Yes. Go ahead,
The
Erin.
Friends reunion I started watching.
Oh,
yes.
It's like out.
It's out.
Okay.
Like,
I'm just, you know what? It's so weird because I'm living in this space because there's a new Friends tonight. So I'm waiting for the time that Friends used to come.
Well, I was going to wait until tonight, but I actually was able to take a lunch break today. So I thought I'd start watching it. It's an hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
Ooh.
And I'm really enjoying it because I was more on the side of I hope that they don't try to do a 20-year, where they be in their characters and do
like a
show.
Scripted show.
Yeah, a scripted show. I was not wanting that to happen, and that is not what they're doing. So I'm enjoying it, but and it's all kind of different things. They have the interview with James Corden. So they're doing that part, but then they're also segmenting it with showing the cast when they first all saw each other coming in, and they recreated the stages. And so exactly the way it was. So they're there on the set. And so they're segmenting with them, kind of talking about things on the set. And then they recreated the trivia show that they did in that episode where Monica and Rachel lost the apartment.
Oh, yeah.
So they recreated it and kind of did a trivia about what they could remember about the show. And then there's been guest stars who have come in already. And then so far they've sat down with a script and they sort of read the script of the scene, them talking about the jellyfish sting and what happened with that. So I don't know. It's been really, I really enjoyed it. It's been, I like that it's not just an interview. Oh, and then they've also been segmenting interviews with other actors, talking about how the Friends has meant to them. There's been Reese Witherspoon, so she talked about her experience on the show. And so I'm really, really enjoying it. And I'm so glad that it's more just them celebrating the show and what it meant to them. Oh, and the producers also have come on talking about kind of at the start of the show and how they were casting everybody. So yeah, I'm super into it and cannot wait to finish it.
All right. Well, we all did our, regular features on the show. We had some fun. We talked a lot about Paranormal Crossroad, and we've got plans for the best Chris Evans Christmas in July yet. So thank you for joining us. As always, you can find us whatever app you have on your phone. If you go to kindofnerdygirls.com, it's like all the icons, like, oh, I want to listen on Apple. I want to listen on the Castbox. I want to listen on Spotify, whatever. It's all like right there, one click, and you'll find us. So very easy to find. And if you want to watch the episodes, since I love to turn my camera around and show you things and forget that you're listening. Even though I spent my whole life doing radio, I should know that you're only listening. I just, I got a camera in front of me, so now I want to show you my cats and my screens and all the things. All right. Well, Erina is always, she and her husband, Paul, are always posting the fun stuff in the Kind of Nerdy Network. They help keep it going. It is a super fun group that is free to join on Facebook. It's a whole bunch of nice nerds. If you nerd out about anything, there's somebody in there that is also nerding out about it too. And if there's not, everybody will ask you questions and probably then want to nerd out with you. So that's what we do here. Thank you for joining us. This has been The Kind of Nerdy Girls. Cue the music. Created by Erin's husband, Paul. Just plain Paul. Find him on Instagram. The Kind of Nerdy Girls are proud to be a part of the Just What I Needed network, and we certainly hope we were just what you needed. To support the show, you can get yourself some merch and show off that you are kind of nerdy. Go to kindofnerdygirls.com and click on the Kind of Nerdy shop. And while you're there, you can also support the show by getting access to behind-the-scenes footage, videos of our podcast, and never-before-heard episodes from our classic Kind of Nerdy vault. Just become a patron at kindofnerdygirls.com.